Welcome back. I'm Alan Tutt, and this is Lesson 9 of Divine Dynamics. This lesson may or may not be necessary. It's for those who, even after everything we've covered so far, still feel like their past is keeping them from moving forward and claiming a new and glorious future for themselves. For instance, if they've tried other forms of manifesting and failed over and over again, or if they have certain skeletons in their closet which might disqualify them from the privilege of manifesting. This lesson can also be helpful for those who want to know how to deal with slow progress, or just want to get everything they can out of this course. If you see how the material I've shared with you so far will eventually bring you everything you desire in life, then you can safely skip this lesson and continue working with your harmonic prayer sessions to manifest more and more blessings into your life. Next week, we'll cover how to customize the manifestation process so it becomes an extension of your personality and style. On the other hand, if you're one of those who feel you need more help to overcome the obstacles and limitations of your past, this lesson is for you. Now, before we go any further, I want you to know that I completely understand how you feel. I've been there myself. For many years, I felt like I was just a nobody, and that if the average person could get a certain result, I'd be lucky if I got 10% of that. Obviously, I've overcome this limitation, and I think I can help you do it too. As I wrote this lesson, I really didn't know how many people would feel they needed it. Hopefully, the earlier lessons will have made enough of a difference so this lesson is completely unnecessary. I'll find that out later. The main reason I'm including this lesson now is because I'm committed to doing whatever is necessary to make sure that everyone gets what they need, no matter what. Now, before we bring in new material, let's make sure that you've done what you can with the material I've already given you. I'll do whatever I can to help you master the art and science of manifesting, but I need you to do your part as well. When you use the harmonic prayer process, how relaxed do you feel? Do you feel completely comfortable with the process? Are you able to tune out the outer world and focus your whole mind on your inner experience? If not, did you use the guided session I created for you? And did you use it more than just a few times? If you have difficulty in this area, I would suggest you use that guided session more than 5 times, and maybe as many as 20 times to get the full benefit from it. Okay, what about enlisting positive emotions, such as love, joy, gratitude, happiness, bliss, and even sensual pleasure? Have you been able to find something, no matter how small, which gives you at least a tiny amount of enjoyment? It could be as simple as eating a cookie or sitting in the sun. And have you been able to focus your whole mind on this enjoyment for at least a minute or two? The more you practice this, the easier it gets. Spend as much time as necessary to master this skill. Even if it takes you several hours a day for multiple weeks, it's time well spent. The next part of the harmonic prayer process is imagining your desired result in rich, vivid detail. Have you worked with the exercises I gave you to develop your skills in imagining visual images, sounds, physical feelings, taste, smells, and emotions? Can you imagine being happy, free, and completely unlimited? Try doing a harmonic prayer session to manifest a feeling of complete freedom and joy. This will make your other manifestations much more effective. Have you been able to imagine core concepts like truth, divine power, divine love, divine wisdom, eternity, and perfection? Have you been able to combine these concepts with the imaginary experience of living a life of freedom and joy? Have you tried combining these concepts together? If not, then that would be your next step. And finally, have you gone through the motions of using this process to manifest things that would probably happen anyways, like a hot meal, a warm bed, or a smile from a friend? Have you done this more than a dozen times? How about 100? Remember the story I told you about how I increased the amount of weight I was able to lift? By starting with weights I could already lift easily, I set up a pattern of success which carried me into areas I couldn't do before that experiment. By going through the motions of manifesting things that will happen anyways, you will also set up a pattern of success, which will help you manifest new and more enjoyable things in the future. Now, if you can honestly say that you've done all this, and you're still feeling limited by your past, then the problem is that there are one or more limiting beliefs which need to be cleared out. I realize that it won't do much good to just tell you that the past is done and gone, and the only thing you can do is to start where you are now and build from here. Logically, it makes perfect sense, but the reason you feel the way you do isn't based on logic. It's based on belief. Let me ask you a question. Why do you feel stuck and unable to move forward? What do you believe is holding you back? Do you believe that no one with your background could possibly be happy? Do you feel as if you don't deserve to have the things you want? Do you feel that manifestation requires a special talent or ability, and if you don't have this talent, you can't manifest? Do you believe that there's some blockage deep within your subconscious that you haven't been able to remove no matter what you've tried? Or do you believe the problem is something else? There are plenty of stories about successful people who started out in bad situations. Oprah Winfrey was one of those. Not only did she get moved from place to place as a child of separated parents, she was fired from her first television job as being unfit for television. Obviously, she didn't let any of that stop her, and she became a billionaire from her success as a talk show host. If you look around, you'll find hundreds, if not thousands, of stories of people who turned their life around after having failed in life, including people who were convicted of serious crimes, later becoming pillars of their communities. The past does not determine your future. That's determined by what you do in the here and now. Regarding special talents for manifesting, in all the years I've been doing this, I have never found a single person who couldn't manifest when they were able to relax, get into a positive emotional state, imagine their desired result in detail, and anchor it in with solid trust. It has worked every single time for everyone who truly allows themselves to believe in it. And that belief is created through the types of experiences I've been guiding you through in this course. Also, remember that I had to eventually give up on understanding exactly how all this works and accept the fact that it works whether you understand it or not. Now, about the idea of hidden blockages in the subconscious. This belief is what's known as the self-improvement trap. Those who have used self-improvement methods more than a few times often acquire a belief in blockages and obstacles, when the real obstacle is the belief in obstacles. Remember, our beliefs create our experiences, and if you believe you're limited, you will be. And if you believe you are perfect, you will be. Try this. Stand in front of a mirror, look yourself straight in the eyes, and say, "You are absolutely perfect exactly the way you are now." How does it feel? Most likely you'll feel self-conscious. You may feel you're lying to yourself. You may even feel guilty or ashamed of things you did in the past. You may become more aware of physical, mental, or emotional attributes or capabilities that don't match up with what others consider normal. Whatever comes to mind is a belief. It may be a fact of reality, but it's still a belief. And beliefs can be changed. The core harmonic prayer process is based on eliciting strong positive emotions and connecting them with new ideas, including the idea that the desired outcome is an expression of absolute truth. This is one of the most effective ways to shift beliefs to manifest a new reality. What you need to do now is to manifest complete freedom. which will result in elimination of all obstacles, blockages, and limitations, whether you are aware of them or not. The best way to do this is to relax as deeply as you can, elicit strong positive emotions, and imagine yourself as completely free from all limitations, free from all obstacles, and void of any blockages. Imagine that all of the negative events of your past are completely powerless and have no connection to your present or your future. You can also imagine that you are completely rewriting your history to be something new and supportive of your aspirations and desires. Imagine your past is now filled with an overflowing abundance of positive events, a life you would enjoy living over and over again if you could. Imagine yourself as perfect, and you will be directing divine power to make yourself perfect. Anchor this in by connecting it with the concepts and feelings of absolute truth, divine power, and eternal persistence. Periodically tell yourself, I am free and unlimited. I am perfect just the way I am. Pretend that this is true, and approach every situation in your life as if it were true. By doing all this, you will completely eliminate any and all obstacles, blockages, and limitations, and you will be free to manifest anything and everything you could possibly desire. And if you encounter any resistance, identify the belief responsible, then go through this process to alter that belief into something more supportive. Remember, one step at a time, and you can accomplish anything. And here we are. Time for the homework assignment. The first thing I want you to do is to email me and let me know that you felt a need for this lesson. Should I keep it in this course or replace it with something else? Also, if you found a limiting belief that wasn't mentioned here, tell me what it was. This will help me help more people. Other than this, the main thing I want you to do this week is to use the harmonic prayer process to eliminate any and all obstacles, blockages, and limitations, and manifest complete freedom and perfection within yourself and your life. Now, I trust you understand that you won't wake up tomorrow morning and have everything line up with your idea of perfection. Things like this happen a little more gradually, and there may even be a few bumps in the road. However, the more you persist in manifesting freedom from obstacles, the fewer and fewer obstacles you'll run into. I've created a guided session for you that should help you shift your beliefs as necessary, so you can experience a profound feeling of freedom and joy. I encourage you to use this session as often as you want, and a minimum of 5 times over 5 days. You can use it 2 or 3 times a day if you want, but I still want you to use it on each of 5 days. I truly wish for you the best of all things, and promise to do whatever I can to help you master the art and science of manifesting. If you want or need to ask me questions, feel free to contact me. I'm here for you. Until next time, be blessed, my friend.